Believe it or not, we're just a couple of weeks away from the Boston Neighborhood Basketball League Championships. And this is the time of the year when we find out who the title contenders really are. One of those contenders was in action on Wednesday. The Boston Sharks, who carry a 5-0 record in the girls 15 and under division, look to remain undefeated this week as they took on the 4-1 Tynan Devils in South Boston. Let's head now to the Tynan Community Center in Southie. There are the Sharks playing with just 5 players in this one, but that didn't slow them down one bit. First half, midway through, Sharks up by 2. Cindy Burton banks home that jumper, puts the Sharks up by 4 there in the first half. Devils keep it close there in the first. Brittany Castro hits the runner right there from the baseline, brings the Devils within 3. But the Sharks keep attacking on the break. Gina Gray out on the break, scores off the window, puts the Sharks up by 10. They would go into the half up 18-10. Early in the second half, it's Gray running the floor. Tanasia Drayton gets that pass to the lane, gives the Sharks another 10-point lead. Devils still hanging around. Elena Shaw gets the bucket right there. She had a nice game for the Devils, but they're still down by 10 there in the second half. Then the Sharks extend their lead a little bit more. Gina Gray with the steal. Easy bucket for her. She puts the Sharks up by 15. Then on the ensuing possession, the Sharks so good on the fast break. Beautiful pass there from Drayton to Gray. Puts the Sharks up by 17. The Devils would get it within 10, but the Sharks go on to win this one 41-30. Another impressive win for the Sharks right there as they remain undefeated on the season. We'll see if they can continue their streak all the way to the Reggie Lewis Center in just a couple of weeks. Now let's switch gears to baseball. When you think of many cultures here in the city of Boston, the neighborhood with perhaps the most traditional culture might be the North End. But while folks from all over New England visit the North End to experience just a small slice of Italy, the North End Athletic Association was able to share that same culture with people from the other side of the world. For the 5th year in a row, the Dodgers of the North End Athletic Association has taken on a Little League team from Japan as part of the U.S. versus Japan exchange program. Sponsored by the Red Sox, Little League teams from Japan and the U.S. visit each other's countries and compete in an annual baseball game during the summer. This year's North End played host to the 5th annual exchange game, which was played at Popuelo Field on Commercial Street. Make sure you tune in next week for the full story on the U.S. versus Japan exchange game in Boston's North End. One final note, as we reported last week, former O'Brien High School track star Ruben Sanca will be running in the men's 5,000-meter race for his home country of Cape Verde. And we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to see it. This Wednesday, August 8th, Ruben will be running in the men's 5,000 meters at 10:45 a.m. in London, which means that the race will be happening at 5:45 a.m. local time here in Boston. If you'd like to watch the race live, you can stream it on your computer at NBCOlympics.com. Or if you want to get up at a normal time on Wednesday morning and watch the race on tape delay on NBC, Channel 7 here in Boston, that's at 10:45 here in the city of Boston. I'm sure Ruben will make Cape Verde and the city of Boston proud this year at the Summer Olympics. That's going to do it for sports this week. Make sure you come right back here next week for more on Boston Neighborhood Sports.